Ancient Greece is remembered as the birthplace of civilization, a land of philosophers, democracy, and reason. Yet this polished image hides a far darker truth that history chose to forget, because behind the marble temples and intellectual debates existed secret practices so disturbing that even Greek philosophers refused to speak of them openly. These rituals were not myths or exaggerations, but real ceremonies performed in isolated sanctuaries, forests, and caves, often at night, guarded by priests, and hidden from the public eye, where only selected initiates were allowed to enter after swearing lifelong secrecy. Because these rites were designed to shatter the human mind and break all social boundaries, using darkness, chanting, symbolic violence, and acts meant to overwhelm the senses, based on the belief that true spiritual transformation could only occur after a person was psychologically broken and stripped of identity, status, and morality, a concept that directly threatened the Greek ideals of balance, logic, and self-control, which is why philosophers like Plato and Aristotle either avoided the topic entirely or spoke only in vague metaphors, understanding that openly acknowledging such practices could destabilize society by proving that reason was far more fragile than people believed. Over time, as Greek culture evolved and sought to present itself as a model of order and intellectual superiority, lawmakers, educators, and later historians began quietly erasing these rituals from public memory, rewriting laws, refining moral codes, and allowing only fragments, coded references, and suspicious gaps to survive in historical texts, while Roman and later Christian scholars further buried these accounts to protect a cleaner narrative of Greek greatness. Yet these forgotten practices reveal an uncomfortable truth about humanity itself, that even the most advanced civilizations carry hidden contradictions. Where order exists beside chaos and logic, coexists with primal instinct, showing that these rituals were not meaningless savagery, but desperate attempts to understand fear, power, identity, and the unknown. And the reason they were erased was not because they were unimportant, but because they were too powerful to explain, leaving us today with a version of ancient Greece that feels complete, but is missing its darkest chapters, reminding us that history is not only written by the victors, but carefully edited to hide the paths society once walked and would rather never face again.